Okay, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Again, in the attempt to try to not be boring. Thanks. We know who gets thanks for that. Whose mother's birthday today? Eliza. So, small parsha the next couple of weeks. Big day Rosh Hashanah, that's a big day, but parsha really small. If you thought Netzavim Vayelech was small, Netzavim is really small. So, those bar mitzvah boys tomorrow, you are lucky, even luckier than my son last year who did Netzavim Vayelech, pardon Vayelech. But here we are, famous psukim though. A lot of the davening of the next couple of weeks, we're going to have a lot of this parsha. Netzavim is quoted a million times in Nefesh Tshuva, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. A lot of times the pasuk comes over again, Slichas. So Netzavim, we're going to have a lot of that. Nistros Lashem Keinu, Niglos Lovanenu Ad Olam. Nistros Lashem Keinu, Niglos Lanu Vanenu Ad Olam. It's called Bir Tarzos. One of the most famous psukim after Atem Netzavim is, and everyone talks about this, all the dots on top of the Historis. All the Mepharshim talk about Historis, Niglos. What's the difference? What's happening here? What's Nister? What's Nigla? So my good friend Danto quoted Rabbi Reisman is that Nistoros are things between you and Hashem. Niglos is a different type of mitzvah to other audience. For example, you don't want to go around and when they announced all the bids in shul, $1,000 for this guy, 500 for this guy. Some things you want to keep quiet. The danger when you do mitzvos and you publicize it, at some point, unfortunately, you kind of seek that. You kind of want that. I'm learning in shul, not because I really want to learn shul, because I want people to see, oh, look, this guy's learning all the time. What a big Tam Chacham this guy is. What a big tzaddik he is. Or he got damens loud just to show off. Or he gives a chabura. He wants the kavod. Very, very difficult. That's a very fine line. Meor Vshsmesh says, mash mush yifashis myself. You want to look at your good and bad. You want to get rid of your bad stuff and look at the good stuff. You want to look at those things, and even your good things. If you know what, I didn't speak lashon hara really much this year. I went to shul a lot and I learned a lot of Torah. Look in those actions. Look in your good actions. Look in your ma'asim tovim, and see if you can refine it. Maybe you really learn Torah lo lishma. Oh my, you think about it. Oh my gosh, you know what? I learn in the middle of other people. I try to be loud. You know what? Is there a better way to do this? I give tzedakah. I make a big deal about it. Is there a quiet way to do this? So there's nistaros. There's mitzvos that are between you and Hashem. You don't have to publicize everything. But niglos, Rabbi Razim said, some actions you tell your children. Lanu v'neinu. Tell your children these things. You want them to keep this going. There's no chinuch situation if they don't know what you're doing. If you do great things in shul and you're learning Torah and mitzvos or tzedakah, tell your children that. They don't go to shul with you. Sometimes they're in dorms or they're different minyan. It's very important to tell this to your children. Regular people, okay, you don't have to know what I do. Keep it quiet between me and Hashem. I don't want neither kavod, but it is a good chinuch to niglos to tell your children so they can kind of do the same thing. Rabbi Reisman. Meor Vshsmesh has a really interesting idea, which takes a piece out of Slichas. We say Shmek Tefillah Yadecha Kol Basar Yavo. Shmek Tefillah. You listen to all the people that come before you. Okay, that starts off the long piece after Ashrei. But before that, Pasuk Beis in Tehillim 65. L'cha dumiyat tila alakim, b'tzion l'cha Yisraelim neder. Silence, dumia tefillah alakim. Silence is a praise to Hashem. We don't say that. We say Shema Tefillah. Hashem listens to Tefillah. Everyone daven, everyone daven. Plus, before that says the Tehillah, the praise is silence. So what's going on here? What does Hashem want? What does Hashem not want? What is really happening here when we daven? So Meor Vshsmesh has an idea that we think about it. Why do we daven anyway? I think there's a Ramban somewhere that our words are chirping. Our crickets chirping to Hashem. Hashem doesn't need the tefillah. Hashem doesn't need the praise. Obviously, Hashem also knows what's in our hearts. Hashem doesn't need Yudi Aksarat, Slichas, and praise of Nishmas. Hashem knows what I think of Hashem, my machshavos. I don't need a bless. So what's the purpose of really talking, davening. What is that for? It's a good question. Good question. So Meor Vshsmesh says the Iker tefilla, yes, it's believe. Some things you can't say properly. Some people can't talk properly. Some people can't read the Hebrew properly. Have a speech issue. Whatever. Some people have their thoughts, and what's in their heart is really where they are. And so that's the main part of davening, main part of a mitzvah, really. Tzedakah, it's a nickel, a dime, whatever it is, shekel. It's the thought process. It's the preparing for a mitzvah. Menorah is a second. Preparing for it, the machshava, what's in your heart, is really the ikr part of the mitzvah. So therefore, Meor Vshsmesh says, Hanisteros l'Shem Elokeinu, davening, Torah, that's really a quiet thing. The niglos is for other people. Kol basa yavo, the other people should listen. Because if I go to shul and I'm quiet, you have someone in shul that's okay, not inspired. Okay, everyone's quiet in shul. Okay, maybe everyone's half sleeping. Maybe no one cares. Maybe everyone's daydreaming. No, Meor Vshsmesh says you're supposed to do this out loud. You're supposed to daven so people should hear you. They should hear you, and they should know. Oh my gosh, you're really serious about davening. I should be serious about davening. It's not just believe. Yes, Hashem knows believe, but I'm helping the other person. I'm giving musar, indirect musar, for the other person. Oh my gosh, this guy is doing mitzvos in a certain way in public. I should take a lesson from that. And that's Meor Vshsmesh says. Nistaros, that's the machshava and the moach. That's Nistaros Hashem Elokeinu. Niglos lanu v'neinu. That's for all of us. And this is the main part why we're supposed to daven out loud and bepeh is for other people to see this. And that is the lesson from here. And he goes on further and talks about that the mitzvah asay is part nister, part nigla, like we said it before. Yes, there's an action. I have to shake the lulav. I got to put on tefillin. I have to eat matzah. But that's the nigla. That's the outside part. But the main part of serving Hashem is my thought process. And we have that there's a shota and a chacham. Both people are eating the Pesach. One person is doing it because they want to eat it, another person couldn't care less. Same mitzvah, different mitzvah altogether. So that is what Meor Vshsmesh is saying, has that the machshava is the nistrosh part and the nigla is the action part. And with that idea, we have to kind of take this back to our family, take it back to our people in shul. Just thinking about the Torah, reading a sefer, okay, not going to help the other person. And as far as here we are, Atem Tzilim Kulchem Hayom is the beginning of the parsha. We have to think of ourselves Kulchem. It's not just ourselves in shul, just myself and my kid, myself and a guest. Someone needs inspiration. I need inspiration sometimes, and this is a idea for Kulchem. If we're Kulchem, we're going to have a great, great, great year where Hashem Atzibo Ephraim, Hey Nachlo, Pasuk and Hosea. The people are together, leave him. So the Pashup shot in Hosea is that people are tied together with Avodah Zarah, leave them. But Meor Vshsmesh and Kliyakar is Chatzabo Ephraim, they are together, Hey Nachlo. As long as the people are together, as long as the people are ba'achdus and are getting along and they're learning from each other, Hey Nachlo, Hashem will kind of kick the punishment down the road. We had this a few times in the Meor Vshsmesh, also Frying Kliyakar, is that the idea is as long as people are b'shalom, b'simcha, b'achdus, then the punishment won't come. It'll come another time. And the best way to kind of really ward off bad gezeros and a bad year is the people together. You're going to learn from other people, you're going to grow from other people, but even more than that, Hashem will look for things aside. If you're mochel on other people, Hashem will be mochel on you. And if you're bishalom with people and you mochel people's shortcomings and the fact that they're hassling you in shul sometimes, or this guy takes your seat once in a while, or this guy parks too close to the curb, if you let things go and you bishalom with people, Hashem will let things, unfortunately, that we do. Unfortunately, Hashem will let things that we do go, and we can really have a good gebench jar. And with that, hope you have a great Shabbos, the last Shabbos of the year. Not just, looking forward to next year, but finishing up this Shabbos. Learning with the children, trying to learn an extra in the morning, trying to get an extra Seder in there, talk a little bit less Lashon Hara at the table, or none, trying to not think about um, the Chol, try to really focus and concentrate on Shabbos, and hopefully we have a Shabbos B'Simcha, and we can finish off the year 5785 in a really great way. Shabbat Shalom.